Hey there lads and lasses, Jim Bob here. So Her Worst Nightmare is a Lifetime movie, Lifetime TV that is. And I was interested in this film when I first heard about it, when it was broadcasted on the actress's Instagram. The actress is Claire Blackwelder. She plays Dakota in this film. But you may know Claire Blackwelder from Power Rangers Dino Charge as the Purple Power Ranger. So I was actually pretty interested to see how a Power Ranger, which is more aimed at kids and is cheesy and stuff, could come to a more serious take on the film. And to be fair, Claire Blackwell, she does her best. I thought she was pretty good, but with only what she's given, which is not a lot to go on. For example, she suffers with post-traumatic stress syndrome. She was abused when she was younger, and now that the guy's caught and he's in prison, the guy's name's Kurt. She jumps at everything, and she feels like she's being stalked again. And the story sounds interesting from what I just said, but the execution is so much different. It's not that interesting, and the way they do things. For example, Claire Blackwell, she meets people, and they're just not that interesting. She's the only interesting character in the entire film. For example, she meets a friend called Addie, who is a reporter for the university that they intern at. There's a guy called Max who's supposed to be the guy to comfort her. There's a really weird professor at the university, and he just comes across as a creeper. So you're just like, oh, okay. And everything in this film just was so goddamn rushed. This film had the potential to be something pretty good for a TV film, but I just think the movie was too damn short, and they rushed everything in. Maybe expand the film by at least 20 minutes. They could stretch out some of the characters a little bit more. And there are a few things in particular which I think would improve the film. Number one is show some flashbacks of Dakota's past with this abuser. For example, we know that this guy abused her, but we don't really get a sense to sort of care that much, because it doesn't actually show what happened to make you feel sorry for her. Although you do anyway, but it would have been you would have felt more connected to Dakota as a character if there was a few flashbacks. Now the only flashback you actually see is right at the beginning, and it pretty much is over before it even begins, and then you never see the guy again. You never experience a couple more things which may have happened and why she's the way she is. We just know that she was abused, and the only way you actually find out more of the story is when she explains it to her friend Addie. But it would have been so much more interesting to actually just go back and see it for ourselves, rather than just go, oh yeah, this happened and that happened. This is why I'm like this, So you get what I mean slightly. And the last one, my last issue. This is a spoiler, by the way. So warning, spoilers for the very end. At the end, Claire Blackwell, the Dakota, is giving a speech on her story of why she suffers with stress, why she's the way she is. She's basically telling the story to her class at the university, and as she starts telling it sort of blurs her words into the background, so she's just like, to the crowd. And I'm just thinking, maybe if you'd shown, for example, actually make the script a bit better and write a speech, like an inspirational speech that she can do at the end, that would have made the movie end on more of a high note than it did. Because it pretty much, she just said, hello, my name's Dakota, I was abused so and so many years ago. Just remember you're not alone. And then that's it, the end. Okay, so back to non-spoilers now. So it was just disappointing. I was looking forward to it, and I know that Lifetime movies are very hit and miss, the same as Netflix films. But I was interested purely because Claire Blackwell was in it. But the film is very rushed, and there's a twist in the film which you saw coming a mile away. Like, who actually is this new stalker? And at first you think it's him, not him. Think it's him, no, not him. But then, really, you just know who it is all along. And I knew who it was all along. And when it tried to do this huge, big reveal of who it actually was, I was just like, yeah, I already knew. My mind's not blown at all. So, pretty much, I didn't hate the film, but it's still one of the worst I've seen this year. Disappointing. Claire Blackwell, if she was given a better script, better direction, then I reckon she could do big things in her future. Because I thought she had a lot of potential to be really good in this film. She does her best with what she's given, but doesn't quite pull it off. Her Worst Nightmare, 3 out of 10 from Jim Bod Talks Movies. So, guys, have you seen this film? Let me know. What's your favourite Lifetime movie if you watch Lifetime TV? So, thank you very much, guys. If you like what you see, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.